Hi everyone, it's Danzen here. We are currently on day 16 after we have been through the summarization from the part 2, but right now will be the first video on the part 3, add logic to C# console applications. So okay, it's talking about logic, power of logic for the console application of C#. Learn how to add logic and decision-making capabilities to your code, enabling your application to make dynamic choice and respond intelligently to different scenarios. I see there's gonna be like an advancement of logic, like we're gonna extend our knowledge about what kind of logic are available here and about the decision-making and stuff. Unlike in the part 2, probably I have already learned about some logics, but it's very little, not as much as in the part 3. Like you can see, there are like the first module will be Boolean expression. So I think this gonna be any expression that will return true or false. That's we call the Boolean expression. And then the variable scope, scope, and logic using code blocks, branch the flow of code. We're gonna learn about the switch case also, construct the switch case. Instead using the if, else, if, and else, switch case may come in handy when you have like a bunch of lists. You don't want to put it all in the else if, but instead we use the switch case construct. So I guess that's better option for that kind of matter. Wait a moment. So yeah, iterate through a code block using the for statement. Okay, this is for. Like in the part 2 is a little bit different. It's called for each, which just only works if you connect it with the array, but for is very widely used, not just for array but for anything, even outside of the array. I think there are like 3 positions for statements, if I'm not wrong, starting from the initialize any kind of variable, like you want to set it to 1, and then the middle one should be the conditions, like the initialize variable will only work if it less than some variable. And then the third one, the right side will be the incremental or just decrement, or you can just put it like multiple times, or maybe power can be included there, I don't know. Add looping logic to your code using the do, while, and while statements. Okay, do, while, and while. So interesting. One guided project and challenge project. Let's get started. Alright, this is gonna be our learning objectives. So let's just read this verse. Decision logic is based on expression known as Boolean expression that evaluates to true or false. Developers use various types of operator that meet their coding when the expression are evaluated. The code is executed branches based on the result. The C# language support a wide range of operators such as equality, comparison, and Boolean operators. Okay, there's equality and comparison. Similar like equality, but usually less than, greater than. and may have like a compound assignments using the equality sign, but equality cannot do what comparison do. Okay, and Boolean operators, it will serve a specific purpose when implementing the session. Okay, suppose you have been selected to work in a series of C# console applications that are used to process customer data and user supplied inputs. Its application required to implement decision logic that achieves data processing requirement as the business rules. The data processing requirement and business rules vary for each application. For example, application the processor might need to evaluate the status for the customer before taking any action. To prepare for this upcoming assignment, you will complete some practice activities that implement Boolean expression in C# operators. Okay, we're gonna implement the Boolean expression. Maybe in the first unit, in this module, you learn about Boolean expression, right? And you use different types of operator to evaluate expression for equality, inequality, and comparison. You also learn to use a special inline version of an if statement. If statement, a conditional operator that produces an either or just a result. By the end of the module, you are able to write code using any combination of C# operators to implement decision logic in your application. So this is gonna be our learning objectives. As you can see, our first unit will be Boolean expression for testing the comparison and quality. Yeah, about comparison and equality should be similar like compound assignment, or just it's about compound assignment from less than, greater than, less than equal, greater than equal, and equal and inequality. The second part is use built-in methods of the string class to perform better evaluation on string. This is gonna be fun. We will be modifying the string using the methods that are already built in the C# class library. So I guess next will be integer. Right now just string, manipulating the string like probably like uppercase, lowercase, or just separate the word, yeah, so that it can break into pieces. Use the negation operator to test the opposite of a given condition, basically like not operator in logic gate. Whenever you meet this condition, it will become the opposite, like positive will become negative. So okay, use the conditional operator to perform an inline evaluations. Conditional operator, I never tried this, and I rarely see kind of this. Probably with conditional operator. Oh yeah, using the question mark and then the first expression and the second expression. Why this is called expression? Why not a condition? Oh, expression condition, and this will be this. What is it? All of them are expression. All right, doesn't matter. Here is the prerequisite. You can check it yourself. If you meet this requirement, you can go into the next unit. But you haven't, please still learn some stuff before you go far until this unit. Okay. So about evaluate and expressions. Decision logic is used to establish alternative pathway through your code, where the decision about which path to follow is based on the evaluation of an expression. This is about the decision logic. And evaluation of an expression. Here the example, you might write some code that execute one of two paths based on user's inputs. If the user enters the letter A, okay, your code will execute one code block. If they enter the letter B, your code will execute a different code block. This is pretty straightforward. We already learned it in part 2, but I guess in this unit will gonna be much more advanced. I think in this example, you are controlling the execution path based on the value assigned to a string. Your code select an execution path based on an expression. Yes, based on an expression, because if the user, let's say the user enter letter A, the A will gonna be return a true, and the B expression will become false. But if the user input B, then A will be gonna false and B will be true, and B expression, I mean the B statement, will gonna be executed. So yeah, how your code select an execution path based of expression, how that expression is evaluated, and underlying logic used to define the paths. Examining how to construct and evaluate an expression is a good place to start. So basically, what is an expression? Probably you're still thinking why I many times hear about expression, and I hear more about sub-expression. What is that actually? You want to answer it in, you want to know the answer in this passage here. An expression is any combination of values, 3 or 5, or string or integer, any kind of data types values is okay, is fine. Literal or variable, or just constant or variable, I think. Operators and methods, so not just value, but operators is counted as combination of expression. Methods, I rarely use methods. Previously I just used operators and values, like 3 greater than 2, but we can actually put methods inside of the expression. Whoa, that's pretty come in handy. For example, if we make a methods about 3, any numbers that are greater than 3 will return a true. That means we can put these methods inside of this expression, all right, whether it's true or false. A statement is complete instruction in C#, and statements are comprised of one or more expression. For example, the following if statement contains a single expression that returns a single value. Yeah, basically statements. It's different than a statement or C. Expression is just combination between this, but statement is about the complete instruction in C#. And this is the point, the main difference between expression and statements. Statements are comprised of one or more expressions. It could be one or could be more expressions. I see there the point here. For example, the following if statement contains a single expression here. this is considered as a single expression that returns a single value. My name, okay, my name equal Luis. This is an equality. So if the user input Luis, then it will be true. But if the user input any names other than Luis, then it should be false. Alright, you might have been thinking that the value returned by an expression will be a number or maybe a string. Yeah, it could be integer or string. It's true that the application differs different type of expression for different purpose. In this case, when you are defining if statement, you will be using expression that return either true or false, like just like this. Developer refer to this type of expression as a Boolean expression. So Boolean expression return true or false. So this gonna be Boolean expressions since it use equality. When your code includes a Boolean expression, return value is always a single true or false. I wonder if can a statement inside of the if could be any other than false or true. I guess that's impossible. Wait, statement. So yeah, Boolean expressions are important because your code can use this expression to decide which block of code to execute. Yeah, this is Boolean expression. There are many different types of operator that you can use within the Boolean expressions. For example, the if statement above use the equality operator to check whether a string variable is assigned a particular value. This is particular value. Only Luis is allowed to be true. The operator that you choose will depend on the available code path, the condition associated with the path, and the underlying application logic. But I still with this for a minute. Equality operator, and there is inequality operator using exclamation mark and equal sign. This is just one of like many example of operator inside the Boolean expression. Block of code. Yeah, basically Boolean expression can decide which block of code to execute. Like if you have 5 block code using if and then else if and end up with the else, that means we got 5 block of code. With the Boolean expression here, we can decide where to choose which one the user want to be executed of the block code. Yes, something like that. So next one is evaluating equality and inequality. Like this is for equality. One of the most common code evaluation is to check to see whether 2 values are equal. When checking for equality, you will locate the equality operator between the 2 values being checked. If the values on either side of the equality operator are equivalent, then the expression will be returned true, otherwise it will return false. Conversely, you might also need to check whether 2 values are equal. To check for inequality, you will use inequality operator between the 2 values here. This will be the sign, exclamation mark, and equal sign. The point here, 2 values at the left side and the right side should be not equal. Therefore, the return must be true, otherwise it will be false. That is the inequality operator does. Equality is for the same thing, comparing between two values in the right and the left side. If both of them has the same value, then it will return true. Otherwise, if they have different numbers, different values, it will return false. Hopefully this is just pretty straightforward. You might wonder why you need both equality and inequality operator. The reason will become clearer as you learn how to create branching statements and begin to write real-world code. Two operators that perform opposite tasks allow you to be more expressive and compact. Now it's time to prepare your coding environment and begin writing code that evaluates Boolean expression. Alright, Boolean expression. Prepare your coding environment. Let's prepare it first. In this hands-on activities that guide, basically just a guide coding process. Using the Visual Studio Code as well as usual. Basically, for you to be more comfortable in writing code and running code developer environment that used by professional worldwide. So the first thing, as usual, open the Visual Studio Code. Just ignore my old code. This is my old code. What is this? I forgot. Let's just use this one. Okay, what next? Open Visual Studio Code. Okay, pretty straightforward. It can already be used. Let's test a little bit here. Console.writeLine. Is my code here still work? Hello world. Hopefully it doesn't return any error. .NET run. Probably I forgot to click right on the open integrated terminal, but this one is already on integrated terminal, so nothing to worry here. So yeah, use the equality operator. Let's continue here. Basically, type the following code into the Visual Studio Code editor here. Let's just copy this and try to read this. As you can see here, let me examine first. Console.writeLine. This line will gonna print equality between two values here, A and A. Also, since C# is case sensitive, unlike in Pascal that is case insensitive, so this will become a problem since they will read A lowercase and A uppercase is different thing. So my guess, the first line here will become true. Since it's obvious lowercase a is equal to lowercase a, therefore it's true. The second line here, lowercase is equal to uppercase a, it should be false because this is, we know this is lowercase, this is uppercase. This is very obvious. One, of course, is not equal to 2. So yeah, this one should be false. And then string my value. Okay, and a declaration line of code here. And then the last print is my value. Maybe you question about this. Is my value the same, is equal to A? Probably some of you say no, as you think my value is variable. Its variable can be assigned to any kind of string or variables. Yes, it's possible, because as you can see here, my value is equal to A, and A is lowercase, and the opponents is as well lowercase. Therefore, this one is true. So my guess, this will be true, false, false, true. Let's see. True, false, false, true. Yes. True, false, false, true. Yes. Let's just go next. Improve the check for string equality using the strings built-in helper methods. Okay, let's use the helper methods. String built-in helper methods. You might be surprised that line console.writeLine, output false when comparing string case methods. Case methods in C#, unlike some of other programming languages. Also consider the line of code here. This is pretty tricky. I guess this one will have an output of false, since it has space there. If the return value is false, so we got triple false and the last part is true. Here you have added a space character at the end of the string. This expression will also output false. Yes, as you can see here, you can see white space. Therefore it's false, because in the left side it just have one character, the right side have two characters, which the left side doesn't have. In some cases, having a space character before or after the text might be perfectly acceptable. In some cases, what case is that? However, if you need to accept a match that isn't exact, you can message the data first. Messaging the data means that you perform some cleanup before you perform comparison for equality. So that's why the built-in methods exist here to solve this problem, because probably you have some mistake here, but the methods will help you. So this expression could be true with the help of the built-in methods that has a string class. For example, consider the case when you are collecting user input inside the loop. Collecting user input. Okay, after each value is entered, you could provide the user with a prompt to determine if they want to continue, such as, do you want to continue Y or N? Yes or no. If the user wants to continue, they will probably enter the Y or Y. You will want your code to interpret both values equally, even though Y isn't equivalent to Y. This is the main problem for very beginner. Like we want the user to press one of them, but case sensitive should not be a problem here. So how can we manage to solve this problem? So here is the solution. Before you check two string values for equality, especially when one or both values were entered by user, you should Make sure both string are all uppercase or all lowercase using two upper or two lower helper methods on any string values. Both string, yeah. Since we know this one is uppercase, we can just use two upper or two lower. So any inputs that user input will be converted to upper or to lower. So that's will be the solution. Remove any leading or trailing blank spaces using the trim helper method on any string values. Trim, I guess this one is ignoring the white space or just deleting all white space like this. Trim will gonna be delete the white space and let it be one character. So as a result, this gonna be true since there is trim methods that will help to trim this. You can improve the previous equality check by chaining these two helper methods on both values as shown in the following code listing. Yeah, we're gonna try to improve this. This is much more a problem. As you can see, it's a problem if we don't use the string input in helper methods like two upper and trim. Replace the code. Okay, let's play around with this. Okay, let's examine first. String value, this the prefix has white space here before a lowercase and uppercase A with the white space after this character. So this is gonna be problem if you just console.writeLine it immediately without any helper methods like this. So trim to lower, and okay, the right side is also have the same methods, trim and lower. So yeah, what is gonna do is we put the white space A to this position first, and then the space A will gonna be trim it out, and then the value 1 will lose the white space here and let it become a single character, which is just A, and then A will be processed here, but I think it doesn't need to be processed here since this one is already lower. So and then done. As a result, value 1 will become A. Now let's see the second value here. Let's put value 2 here. Uppercase A with space will be put it here, and then the A here will be processed to trim. Okay, trim A. So the space will be gone like that, and then it should be processed to lower. Okay, this is still uppercase. Let's make it to lowercase. As a result, this will gonna be the final value after the trim and two lower methods. So this is the process. It looks good, nice. So that's how it works. Wait, I think I put too much of this. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's see the output here. Yeah, true. let's see the value to first here. Wait, what is the, doesn't matter. See, value to final value is converted to A because of the trim and two lower processing, like I explained it before. Let's make it back to normal. Continue. Use the inequality operator. Use the line comment operator to comment out all the code from the previous step. Let's make this as this code block as a comments, or just use a shortcut for this. What I'm gonna do is control slash, and it will be automatically become a comments. Type the following code into the Visual Studio Code editor. We will gonna be type this, and okay, let's examine this a little bit. Console to the right line. Okay, 4 things will be displayed in the console or terminal, starting from A unequal to unequal to A unequal to A. It should be true, it should be false, because A is equal to A. Since A is equal to A, this expression will automatically become false. Alright, now this one is true because A is unequal to A uppercase. I mean lowercase a is unequal to uppercase A. It's true because they are different. Basically they are different. Since they are different and this is inequality operator, therefore it's true. The same thing applies here. 1 is different with 2, of course, therefore this one true. My value is A, and A unequal to A. No, A is equal to A, therefore this one is true. Therefore this one is false. All right, this gonna be the output. False, true, true, false. Yeah. Now evaluating comparison. When working with numeric data types, you might want to determine if the value is larger or smaller than another value. Comparison is pretty useful and commonly used by any developers, especially in algorithm and data structure, using comparison operator like less, greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal, and this one. The equality and inequality operator they used to compare string values above will also work when comparing numeric data types. So I wonder why equality and inequality operator it doesn't consider as comparison operator. Okay, I'm still thinking about that. Let's ahead to this part. Use the comparison operators. It's okay, copy again. Probably I will just make it this guy as a comment. Down here I got the 4 comparison operators starting from the greater, less than, greater, equal, and less than equal. So 1 is greater than 2. No, 1 is not greater than 2. Therefore this gonna be false. 1 is less than 2. Yes, true, it's true. 1 is greater and equal than 1. Yes, because there is equal word there, therefore it's true. Even though we know 1 is not greater than but is still equal than 1, so it's true. 1 is less than or equal than 1, it's true because there is equal word there. Yeah, as you can see here, if there is a equal sign here, it doesn't matter if it's greater than or less than, but if both value has the same, if both variable or values are the same, therefore it's true. Yeah, just like 1 greater or equal than 1 should be true. So yeah, false and triple true should be the output. Methods that return a Boolean value. Now about the methods. Some method return a Boolean value, whether it's true or false. In the following exercise, we will use built-in methods of the string class to determine whether or not a larger string contains a specific word or phrase that's significant to your application. Methods. This is comparison. This is inequality. Equality. All right. Expression. Basically, we are still on the expression section. Methods with it. Yeah, method is still one of important things inside of the expression. I mean, you can just put it there. It's fine as long as it returns a Boolean value, whether it's true or false. Okay, we will gonna be using the built-in methods of the string class again to determine whether or not larger string contains contain a specific word or phrase that's significant to your application. Okay, some data type have methods that perform helpful utility tasks. The string data type has many of these. Several return of Boolean value, including contains, start with, and ends with. You can learn more about them in the Microsoft Learn module. Manipulate alphanumeric data using string class methods. I guess I know what is this. Contains mean, let's say you put here. Let's say you put Fox. After you put Fox, this method will check of this pangram value. Is there a fox word inside of this sentence? Okay, start the quick brown fox. Okay, there is fox here. I see there. Therefore, this one will be return a true. And then the third line here, cow. Okay, let's check whether in the sentence there is cow or no. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I don't see any cow word here, so this should be false. False, because I don't see any cow. This fox is true because I see there is fox word here. And as a result, okay, true and then false. Yeah, let's just practice this. Okay, what if I add and cow, the quick brown fox and cow jumps off the lazy dog? So the result, both of them should be true. Yes, true. Okay, what about if I make the F uppercase instead of lowercase? I guess it doesn't work, or just it will output both false. Yeah, both false. So yeah, we are on the next part here. What is the logical negation? Logical negation refers to unary negation operators. Should be something related to exclamation mark. Just like yeah, this one, inequality. I mean something that related to opposite things Like you can see this means negation of the assignment here, negation of equality, which is inequality, and this one is just negation without any equality. So I guess you want to put here right before any false or true Boolean value. Yeah, some people call this operator the not operator, or you can see on the logic gates. I pretty like the logic gates here, like circuit and not and. This one is not and, or not or, nor is not on. Buffer is just like, I don't know how it works, but I think it's just the opposite of not, which is this one is the positive and not should be the negation. And then we got XOR, which is just exclusive or, much different than or, and X not or, snor, exclusive not or, the opposite of XOR. Alright, it forces you to your code to reverse its evaluation of the operand. When logical negation is applied, the evaluation produces true if the operand evaluates to false, and false if the operand evaluates to true. Okay, the evaluation produces true if the operand evaluates to false, and it will become false if the operand evaluates to true. Basically the opposite. Like, yeah, this one is already explained how it works. Here is an example that might help you to see the connection between these ideas. The following two lines of code produce the same result. The second line is more compact. Here again we used pangram.contains this member access, which the pangram has access to contains methods that are available in the string class. So basically just accessing the methods inside of the class. So yeah, contains fox is equal to false. Let's see here. Oh, I see there is exclamation mark here. Since we know this one is true, but true is equal to false. True is equal to false, should be false. And here we got true, but there is a negation here, so it will be the opposite thing, or it will just be converted to opposite value, which is false. Therefore both of the lines should be false. Okay, the application of logical negation here. Type of the following code into the Visual Code. Okay, again we're gonna be type here. This one will be the opposite thing from here, since both of them got the exclamation mark. Previously fox is true, but right now is false because there is a negation mark here. The same thing here, cow. Is the pangram contain any coward here? No, right? No. Then it should be false, but because there is negation mark here, false will be converted to true, therefore it's true. Again, inequality operator versus logical negations. The inequality operator, yeah, probably almost the same thing. Exclamation mark with equal includes Okay, but should not be confused with logical negation. The inequality operator return true if its operand aren't equal, and return false if the operand are equal. For the operand of the built-in types, the expression x not equal to y produce the same result as the expression not x equal to y. I mean, let's read this first. Is x equal to y? Let's say is 3 equal to 3? Yes, it's true. But there is exclamation mark here. Therefore, it's false. This is just an example of logical negation. Here is the example. Let's copy and paste. Integer a is 7. Okay, 6. Right line a. Okay, b. Okay, what this gonna be output? It will have an output of true, because 7, yeah, 7 is not equal to 6. Because 7 is not equal to 6, it should be true. But let's see here, hello and hello, both of them have the same string, s1 and s2. Okay, hello not equal to hello should be false, because it's unequal. Because hello and hello should be equal, but this is unequal, therefore it's false. Okay, probably a bit tricky of the first time, but you will adapt about inequality and equality, and the comparison also with the methods like we did before, like contains, start with, and then ends with. All of them will return any Boolean values, whether it's true or false. Okay, you can actually use the start with. Let's try the start with. I just wonder, I never tried the start with or end with. Let's say Pangram starts with t, sorry, should be string, and then the same here. Let's just make this ends with. But I guess both of them will have an output of true, false. Why this is false? It ends with G. Oh, I see there is one character after G, which is a dot. So the last character is dot. But what if I start with th? Will it still works or no? It still works. I see there. Yeah. G dot is also work well. All right. Okay, we continue to the recap here. A quick recap. Here's the main takeaway you learn about evaluating Boolean expressions so far. There are many different kind of expression that evaluate to either true or false. Yeah, basically just true or false. Just both of them. This is what we call logic, decision logic. We're gonna be play much more with true or false in the future. But even though it's just two values here, it can be complicated, it can be complex when you meet this in like logic gates, making CPU. As you know, it contains of hundreds, thousands, or just millions of true or false combination with the logic gates. So that's make it complex because like how many of them, like millions. Okay, evaluate equality using the double equal operator. Equality related to this. Evaluating equality of strings require to consider the possibility that the strings have different case and leading or trailing spaces depending on your situation. This basically, if you meet this problem, you want to use the two lower or two upper helper methods, not just this, but I think there are a bunch of helper methods that also use full for string or just integer. If you play around with integer, I think there is there any integer class? I don't know, integer class in C#. Yes, there is string class in C# documentation, but I never see any integer class. So wait, let's say random C#. Okay, this is considered as class. Integer validator. Oh, there is like integer validator class. I see there. What about string? Okay, purely string class, which has so many methods. You can. Oh, here is the bunch of methods you can use. Pretty helpful. Like clone, compare. What else? Concatenation, copy to. Oh, I see. Format equals get type, index. Oh, and so much. There's so much. And then the trim helper methods to improve the likelihood that two strings are equal. Helper methods, okay. Yeah, the trailing spaces will gonna be deleted with trim methods. Different case. If you meet a problem of different case between two values, you want to use two lower or two upper. If you meet any leading or trailing spaces problem, you have to use trim. That's it. Okay, evaluate inequality using the inequality operator, not equal operator. See, evaluate greater than, less than, and similar operation using comparison operators like this compound assignment. If a method return a bool, it can be used as Boolean expression. But if it doesn't, like it returns any other than Boolean value, then it will not gonna be considered as Boolean expression. Like there are so many methods, right? It can return any type of numbers, integers, string, char. Therefore, we cannot count this as a Boolean expression because it doesn't return a bool, whether it's true or false. So how is the solution? The solution is we can only put methods that return whether it's true or false, and it can be used as Boolean expression like this, like this: content start with and ends with. Those are methods that will return Boolean value. Actually, there are more. You can just check it inside of the documentation of C# here. This is the link. Use the logical negation operator to evaluate the opposite of a given expression. Basically, true will become false and false will become true. Okay, check your knowledge here. Which of the following is a list of valid comparison operator? Oh, I see. All of them are comparisons, even though we know that this one is equality and what is it? This one is inequality, but it's still considered as comparison because it compares between two values. Okay, I see. Still counted as comparison operators. This is obviously wrong. I didn't see any sign like this. Also, this one looks like code sign, coding icon. This one should be the correct one. Which of the following code lines use the logical negation? My value. This one is not logical negation, but is inequality. How about this one? My value. Let's say my value return a true value, and then true amid the exclamation mark here. Therefore, it will return false. I see. This one is correct. How about this? I don't see any exclamation mark or just negation mark here. So the only one that corrects is the second answer. Third, an application contains two string variable name my value 1 and my value 2. The user entered the following two values for this variable y and y uppercase and y lowercase. Which one of the following expression return false? Two string name. Okay. The user entered the following two values for this variable. One of them is y with what is there any white space? Okay, there's one character white space there, and one character again right before the lowercase y here. It seems like this concept. Wait, not that. This concept is the same. This one, yeah. Which of the following expression return false? Let's examine this. My value 1. So yeah, this uppercase y with white space will process it to trim, and then it will left only y uppercase, and then y uppercase will be converted, will be processed to lowercase. Therefore, we got y lowercase. So this one should be y lowercase. And then what about this? My value, the right side here is a white space with y but lowercase, will be trimmed out, so it will left one character lowercase only, and then to lower, so it will end up to lowercase y as well. So left side is lowercase and right side is lowercase. Therefore, the expression of this is, let's see, lowercase y unequal to lowercase y. No, it should be equal. So this expression should be false. Yes, it's true. Okay, some exercise again here. Implement the conditional operator. Let me just delete all of this. Conditional operator. Suppose you need to quickly determine whether customer purchase is eligible for a promotional discount. The detail for a promotion indicate that when a purchase value is greater than $1,000, the purchase is eligible for a $100 discount. If the purchase amount is $1,000 or less, the purchase is eligible for $50 discount. So let's see. Purchase. Maybe my pronunciation about purchase is purchase. Okay, while you could certainly use the if, else if, and else branching construct to express the business rule, using the conditional operator to evaluate eligibility for the promotional discount might be a better choice. The conditional operator use a compact format that saves a few lines of code and possibly make the intent of the code clearer. Basically, what is the conditional operator? Using the question mark and then continue with what is just colon, yeah, question mark and colon. This one will play a main role in the conditional operator. So what this guy doing is evaluates a Boolean expression and return one of two results depending on whether the Boolean expression evaluates to true or false. The conditional operator is commonly referred as the ternary conditional operator. Here is the basic form. So we got the first condition here. If this is true, then let's just read this. Evaluate this condition. If condition is true, which means this expression is true, return this value. Okay, if condition is false, if condition is true, which means if this expression is true, then return this second expression. If the condition is false, if this condition is false, then return this value, which is the expression 3. So yeah, this one to evaluate condition. If it's true, then we will execute the left side. If it's false, it will execute the right side, like that. Take a minute to consider how you have to apply the conditional operator to the promotional discount scenario. Your goal is to display a message to the customer that shows their discount percentage. The amount of their discount will be based whether they have spent more than $1,000 on their purchase. 8 code that use a conditional operator. 1,000 got 100 discount. 1,000 less, only 50 discount. I see there. So the only one that identify the discount, the amount of discount, is whether it's greater or less than $1,000 of their purchase. Right? Add code that use a conditional operator. Ensure that you have an empty program.cs. Ignore this. We got it already and ready to code. Type here. Let's examine first. Programmer need to read someone's code, but I think programmer needs more time to read other people code rather than typing itself. Like if developer has write like about 100 lines of code, Then if they want to be a good developer, they have to read like 1000, at least 1000 of people's code in order to be good developer. So that's why most of the developer understand what are the code is and how it works. So let's examine this verse. Let's understand how this code works. Okay, declare sale amount equal to 101. I'm feeling uncomfortable with 101. Why not just 100? 1001. Okay. Okay, the second declaration is discount is equal to sale amount. Sale amount is greater than 1000. Yes, 1000 is 1001 is greater than 1000. Therefore, left side here will be executed, and ignoring the right side. So yeah, so there, sale amount. So discount will be 100 because this one is true, and it will return this number in and assign it to discount. And after that, we can replace this discount variable to 100. So the output will be discount is 100. Yeah. Discount is 100. Yes. Why you should have put $sign there? Because 100 of what? 100 of meters, 100 of kilometers or kilogram. You have to specify what 100 type of this. It should be $100. Okay, take a minute to consider how you have to apply the conditional operator. Wait, I have read that one, so I have to continue here. At the terminal command prompt to run your code, type .NET run and then press enter here. Use the conditional operator inline. Update your code in the Visual Studio Code editor as follows. Console.writeLine here. Okay, basically you can come back even more by eliminating the terminal variable discount here like this. You can change this immediately in here. Does it works without the parentheses? No, it doesn't work. A conditional expression cannot be used directly in a string interpolation because the I see, the colon ends the interpolation. So yeah, the colons and the interpolation. Parenthesis the conditional expression. Parenthesize, yeah. What I have to do is parenthesize like this. So that's why. yeah, because this is already a group of conditional operator, you cannot just change the format. Like you want to put a colon here, this gonna be an error. Okay, let's see. Let's just run the program. Discount 100%, $100. Okay, I got it. While this particular example is compact and shows what is possible, it is a bit more difficult to read. It's not always a good idea to combine lines of code. Oh, you see, like inline conditional operator is compact and show what is possible. It is basically more difficult to read. Yeah, I prefer up here rather than down here, because you can specify, you can declare first what is discount. I mean, we already compact this a bunch of code here inside just discount, and we can use discount variable anytime, anywhere. It's not always good idea to combine lines of code, especially when it adversely affect the overall readability of your code. This is often a subjective judgment call. Okay. Recap, you should remember the following facts about the conditional operator. Two facts here. You can use the conditional operator to reduce the size of your code. Conditional operator. But you should ensure that the resulting code is easily readable. You can use the conditional operator when you need to return a value that's based on a binary condition. Your code will return the first option when the condition equals to true and will return. Wait. Let me read this slowly to understand deep meaning about this. Like this is one is in real world, I wonder which one that is commonly used. Is this conditional operator is commonly used, or they just use if else, I mean expression inside of the if and then another condition, like using the nested if, or just if else if. Let's see ChatGPT, which one is so yeah. In C#, developer commonly use both conditional operator, selection statement, but their usage depends on the basically specific context. Yeah, conditional operator, ternary operator, the most common conditional operator used for simple condition like this. If else statement, they are used when conditions are more complex. So basically, use this if you just want to put simple condition and simple result, but use the selection statements if you want more complex things or just multiple condition need to be evaluated. And then we got switch also here, switch statements, multiple discrete values to be checked. Pretty useful for a bunch of lists that has the same or just similar things. Nested selection statements. So this one should be the main thing, should be the keyword. So yeah, for simplicity and consistency, particularly when the condition is straightforward and can be expressed in a single line. Selection Selection statements are preferred for more complex logic, especially when multiple conditions might be okay, or when the logic involves more than just a simple assignment. Conditional operators for simple things, selection statements for complex things. That's it. So let's have I read this. You can use the conditional operators when you need to return a value that's based on binary condition. Your code will return the first option when the condition evaluated true, here the first condition, and it will return the second option, which is here, when the condition evaluates to false. Okay, understandable. Which of the following lines of code is valid? Okay, which one is the valid use of conditional operators? Okay, 100 question mark. Question mark means is amount equal or greater than 100, and then question mark is asking a question: is amount greater or equal than 100? Yes or no? If it yes, go to here. If it no, go to here. I think this one. This one. Why you put the question mark between of the two condition? This must be wrong. As well as this comma. I don't see any comma there. So this one. Just this is pretty basic question. I thought there are like higher order question, higher order thinking question. Basically this type of question, when you see the revised Bloom's taxonomy, it's on the very bottom one, which is remember or just understand. Probably no, this one is just remember, bro. The first level of Bloom's taxonomy. I expect the question should be at least understand and then apply and yeah, analyze. So that will deeper my knowledge. All right, what next? Okay, let's tackle this out. Complete the challenge activity using conditional operators. Basically, we want to use this again. Let's delete all the code. Code challenge will reinforce that you have learned and help you gain some confidence before continuing on. So the challenge is you will implement a conditional operator to simulate a coin flip. The resulting decision logic will display either heads, of, or tails. Challenge requirement. Ignore this. Use the random class to generate a formula. Remember how to create an instance of the class? Yes, should be like this, random. And then random again. Let's just make the object name is random because I don't want to deal with other names other than class name. If the class name is random, I want to put random name again. If the class name is let's say so many classes are there. Like tuple, I want to put the object is tuple as well. So yeah, the object should be random, and then new random. Okay, I have created a new object here which is called random, and then we can call random, and then next, and then minimum value and the maximum value. But remember that the maximum value is less than and the minimum value is greater and equal than. Okay, use the random class to generate value. All right, I'm done here. Consider the range of numbers that is required. So about the coin flip, it has only two options. So 1 until less than 3. That's it. Yeah, 1 until 2, because there are only two options. Based on the value generated, use the conditional operator to display either heads or tails. Basically, we want to make the conditional operator here to display either heads or tails. So yeah, let's say string let's make some integer here. Integer flip, yeah, like this, and then string flip result is equal to flip is equal to 1. If it's equal to 1, then it will output heads. Otherwise, it will output tails. Yeah, just like that, and semicolon. Don't forget the console application, console.writeLine. Okay, flip result. There should be 50% chance that the result is either heads or tails. Yeah, this one is the 50 result. Let's just make comment about that here. 50% chance, either 1 or 2. 1 is for heads and 2 is for tails. Right? Your code should be easy to read, but with a few lines. Okay, a few lines as possible. Easy to read, but few lines as possible. Hopefully this one should be easy to read. Okay, I just got only two variables here, flip and flip result. If you want a few lines as possible, I can just make it like this, but that will be uneasy to read. I mean, yes, it has a few lines, but for readability, I prefer this. All right. Heads, okay. Then heads again. Please, I want to get tails. Tails, okay. It works. It's working fine. You should be able to accomplish the desired result in 3 lines of code. 3 lines of code. that means I don't need a flip result, so I can just put it here immediately. Okay, 3 lines only, like this. Alright, tails, continue. Let's see. Review the solution to the conditional operator challenge activity. The following code is one possible solution for the challenge from the previous unit. Here we got random coin is equal to new random, or the object here is, the object name here is different with me. I'm using random as the object name, but in the code snippet here using the coin as their object name. That doesn't matter. Integer flip. Okay, coin dot next. Okay, starting from 0 to 2. I see there. Using the 0 base index technique. So start from 0 and okay, until 1. So only 2 options that are available. Control the right line, flip the coin, flip coin. Okay, this code is merely one possible solution. You could have eliminated in the temporary variable flip by calling the next inside of the Boolean expression like so. Oh, okay, I see there. Even you can put the code immediately like this. However, this code is packed densely and it might be more difficult to understand what the code is doing. If you were successful, congratulations, continue on to the second challenge in the next unit. I see there. You can replace the flip variable like this and it should be work. But it's very packed, it's very dense for just a program of flipping coins, and I don't like this style because the readability is not good, even though it's work. So the one who I prefer, the one methods that I prefer should be like this, using some comments here, and then yeah, we identify the flip variable first and then flip result to have a result of heads or tails. Then we can put a flip result immediately inside of this console to the right line. I mean, if I already declare the flip result variable, I can use it like anytime, anywhere. Like if I want to make more print, I don't have to copy and paste this again to inside of the print statements again. So yeah, tails. Hopefully this will have an output of 3 things. So alright, but why all of them has the same? Okay, tails. They all got the same. I see. I think there's some problem here. How can I make it different each other? Oh, I see the problem here. Flip result 1 let's say flip result 2, and then let's make another one, flip result 3. With and then we can put here flip result 1 and then 2 and then 3. So hopefully this one will work. Still not working. Tails, flip 1. Wait a moment. Alright, the console.write line, flip result. I think this one is the problem here. Oh, I see there. So yeah, I need to change this. So I have to put flip 1, flip 2, then flip 3, flip 1, flip 2, flip 3, and all of them should have different result. Yeah, 2 heads and 1 tails. Let's check again to make sure each of them have different. Wait, why all of them are heads? Tails, head, tails, yes, seems already work. But can we actually make this code more efficient? Flip result. We can actually use if else statement or while do or do while. But yeah, that's from my answer. But let's ask ChatGPT. Yeah, you should have used string. So I have to clarify, I have to tell that you cannot use an array without array, and any statements like for each. Let's test this. Oh, I see there. It got different result. So this one is work. Very much more efficient for lines of code. So it returned this value. All right, random.next13. Okay, what about if I don't use flip coin methods here, just immediately like this? So basically return, no, not return, Flip coin. This one should be string. Will it work actually? It seems doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Because once the I see the problem. Why all of these consolidated right line have the same values for each of them? Like if it's heads, all of them have the heads of the value of heads, and otherwise it has tails value for all of them. Probably because once flip coin set heads, then each of the code below down here will set to heads without any exception, because it just execute one times. Once the flip coin set head assigned it to heads, then all of them will result head as their value. Otherwise, about tails, if flip coin's value set to tails, then all of the console right line down here will become tails as well. So the solution is make a method like this, string flip coin, and we can put the flip coin. This is basically methods, yeah. We start from string flip coin, and we want to put this method inside of its print statement, or just console.write line, because each of methods will process one by one. The first, let's say the first console.write line, it's process this entire code and then go to the next one. It's processing again of this code block, and then the third one, then processing again. Therefore it should have different outputs. So let's just check the output here. Yeah, heads, still heads. That's it. Okay, let's take a break first. All right, let's continue. Another challenge here. Just disclaimer, I haven't read any of this yet. So this is my first time doing this challenge. So this is real time of my process doing such of this challenge. Okay, start with the decision logic challenge. In this challenge, you will implement decision logic based on a series of business rules. The business rules specify the access that will be granted to users based on their role-based permission. Okay, role-based permission and their carry level. Okay. Code branch will display different messages to the user depending on their permission and levels. Initialize permission and level values. Ensure that you have an empty, straightforward. Type of the following code into the Visual Studio Code editor. Let me delete this first. String permission. So yeah, permission admin or manager. I see. Integer level 55. What does it mean, level 55? It's just like an RPG game that has level system. Okay, review the initial code lines. Your application will be using a combination of permission and level to apply or evaluate the business rule in this challenge scenario. The full list of conditions for our business rule is specified in the next step. Your completed solution must use permission and level. Okay, I have to specify the permission and level. Specified in here, I guess. Implement business rules. You will need to use contains helper methods to determine whether the value assigned to permission string contains one of the permission values specified by the business rules. For example, the expression permission.contains admin will return true when using the initial data value specified in the code above, because permission is contains admin here, therefore it will return true when using the initial data value specified in the code above. Okay. Whether the value is assigned to the permission. For example, the expression permission contains admin. Alright. Here are the business rules that your solution must satisfy. If the user is an admin with a level greater than 55, output the message "Welcome, super admin user." If the user is an admin with a level less than or equal to 55, okay, then message this. Okay, manager with level 20, contact an admin for access. Okay, if the user is manager with a level less than 20, output the message "You don't have sufficient privilege." If the user is not an admin or manager, output the message "You do not have sufficient privilege." Even manager do not have sufficient privilege. Wow. Update your program.cs code to accommodate each of the business rules. Save your code, test your solution. Okay. Test your solution using the initial data values suggested. Initial value here. I see. Is there any kind of user input here? No user input. When you run code, including the initial configuration data, you should see the following output. Test for the other business rules. Update the value assigned to permission. After your evaluate to update the values assigned to permission and level. Save and run your code. Evaluate to output to verify that the other business rules are satisfied. Whether you get stuck and need to pick at the solution, you know, finish, continue. All right. Let's just make this. Wait. What I have to do right now is make something like permission and then contains a role, one of the role in the business job here. Okay, it's either admin or manager. Just choose one of them. Contain admin, but I don't want that. I want to make a user input. So permission input string permission input is equal to not convert, console.readline like this. Input role, ya, input role like this. Input role, and then after that is permission input console.readline like this. Oh yeah, semicolon. Wait, I haven't specified the console right first, so I need to specify this. I don't need that. I don't need to specify this. And then string permission input, we can use and replace the admin's literal string here with the permission input. So if I input admin, then this one is gonna be admin, just like that. Input role, let's just make more information so the user understand what to input there. Admin or manager. So yeah, just like that. As well as the level here. Let's just make this integer level. As an input. So I'm gonna convert it first because console.readline will always have a value of string. Therefore, we need to convert it to integer. So this is how it works. Convert dot to integer 32, or you can just 64. It doesn't matter. So don't forget the parentheses. So it's to indicate that inside of the parentheses will be converted to integer. So if anything inside of this parenthesis is a string, then it will become integer after the conversion, so that the level will cut the user input that will have an output of integer numbers, just like that. So okay, permissions dot contain permission input. So yeah, permission dot con. Let's just make another question here. Input not level, but in should be down here, because roll first and then should be continued to level, input level, starting from 1 to 100, just like that. Okay, permission input, and then we're gonna make this, gonna make this as, I think I don't need that, because contains only work for a string like this. I see. This will check the permission here. So what next? Okay, a bunch of console.writeline. Okay, using the if statements. Check permission. Check permissions. This will be Boolean because it checks no. Let's say this one is contains permission input. From the permissions, let's say admin, content admin is true. Or just permission input is wait, let me think about this. Let's say this is one word. If the user is an admin, permission input is the same as admin with a level greater than, we use the parentheses and then add an logical operator, and level greater than 55, level is greater than 55, then it will output something. Then it will output welcome super admin, like that. welcome super admin user. Let's just make a bunch of else if words, so it will be much easier. So this one is like useless. Wait. For example, the precision contains unbind will return true. Then, when using the data value specified in the code above, whether the value assigned to the permission string contains one of the permission values specified by the precision. For example, the expression permission contains will return true when using the initial data value specified in the code below. Welcome.superadmin. Let's just make the print message first, just the template. So how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 in total. I could make this last sentence as just else without else if, but I think that's fine. Let's copy this first. Welcome admin user. Contact an admin for access. Okay. You don't have sufficient privilege. I see there. Should be like this, yeah. If user is will level less than or equal than, okay. And then if the user is manager, okay, manager. And level 20 or greater than. This one should be less than or equal. Yeah, less than. Wait, if the user is a manager with a level less than 20, level 20, oh. Alright. If the user is not an admin or manager, output the message. Let's just make this as else statements. Yeah. Contact an admin for access. This one should work, but the problem here is permission.contents, the content methods is useless here because I immediately put the permission input assign it to admin like this. So that's why it's useless. So what I have to do, let's just make this as a comment. Wait, the variable permission is assigned, but its value is never used. Yes, permission. Yeah, this one is never used. It's actually work, but it's just like useless because I didn't use the initial value. Input role. Let's test again. Okay, let's say admin, and then my level is already 77. Welcome, super admin user. But the problem here, I didn't use the initialize permission and level values. Okay, let's say I have to use this one as well as the level here in order to work. Okay, so this one is admin, and the bottom one should be a manager. Admin, and then this one is manager. So therefore this one is like useless because we already cut this. Let's see here. Initial data values. I don't have any problem here. Let's just use if, or just maybe make the conditional operator just like this. If is permission input, wait. We know this one permission contents will have an output of true, And we know down here permission.contains manager will have an output the same thing like up here, which is true. Both of them will have result of true because this one is true because there are admin and manager. In the permission, can I literally change the permission or no? Oh, actually I can change this one. Okay, I can change this one just like that. Okay, I understand. Let's make this program as, or just a variable as check admin, and then down here is check manager to check whether this one is manager true or false. Or probably just make one of them, check permission, or just check permission that contains admin. Let's say I input role of admin here, therefore this one should be true, but if it false, then this one should be false. But if I put permission here, both of the code branch, logic branch will become true, so therefore it doesn't work. Okay, I guess I have to make two of Boolean like this, Boolean variable manager, then admin, and then manager. This one we can replace this as check admin, right? And then the bottom or down here is check admin again, because it will return a true or false. And then down here is same thing, but right now is check manager and check manager. That's it. I guess this one will be work, hopefully. Input role, let's say admin. My level is still 45. Welcome admin user. Yes, it does work. Let's check one again. Okay, manager. Let's say I'm a manager, and then my level is still 3. You do not have sufficient progress, so yeah, it works. It works. Do I need to make the conditional operator here. No, I don't need that. Okay, let's make a conditional operator here. So basically check admin and okay, and level 55 question mark, and then if it's true then console.write line. If it false then it continues to the next one. I see there. Okay, doesn't necessary. I guess if else statement is the best, so hopefully this one will work. Review the solution to the Boolean expression challenge activity. Okay. Permission.contents admin. Wow, I got so many code here. But the total is just the same. My lines of code is 29 and his lines of code is also 29, so the efficiency hopefully the same. I mean the complexity of time and space, I don't know, I haven't learned about that yet, but it's more related to optimization. So this is how it works. Let me read this. Let me make my code as a comment. So this is how it works. So string permission is equal to admin or manager. Okay, integer level 53. So he don't have any user input. So it just manually input like this. Mine does have more detail of question like input role please, whether admin or manager, and then the user input admin or manager. Same here, input level, and then the user can input a number between 1 to 100. So yeah, and then continue to if permission.contents admin here. Okay, I think this one is work also, even though manager is also work. If level is greater than 55, I see. Okay, if level greater or equal than 20, and then continue to else, the final statement. If the string permission value is like this, then this else if statement will never be executed because both of them got admin and manager inside of this value of permission, because it has two words here, admin and manager. Then admin will always be executed first and manager will never be executed, so it's just like useless. So how can this statement be executed? Probably by doing this, and then that's it. Manager level 53. Yes, contact an admin for access. Okay, that's work. Let's continue to the knowledge check. Which line of code use logical negation? It's very console.write line logical negation, which mean negation in the prefix right before the value, or right before any methods, or right before any Boolean value, like this. This one is logical negation. Which of the following lines of code that is valid use of the conditional operator? We did this before, so yeah, check your answer. Continue. Your goal was to develop, okay, summary. Your goal was to develop decision statement for various situations by using Boolean expression and C# operators. Using for this operator and technique, you wrote code that evaluated equality, compared values to see if one was greater or less than or equal to other. You compare the strings, messaging them to create a more accurate comparison that eliminated issues like casing and spaces that might interfere with the result you were hoping for. You learned for how to use logical negation to flip a value for comparison and use the result of methods in your Boolean expression. Finally, you use the conditional operator to succinctly evaluate a condition and return a result. Without this full complement of operators and technique, you would be limited in this kinds of decision statement you could build. Since all business logic requires some Boolean expression, all business logic, yeah, anything that related to logic needs Boolean expression that returns any Boolean values. Okay, you have added a valuable tool to your programming toolbox. This is basically our brain right now is basically programming toolbox. You want to put your experience, your coding process inside of your brain, and that will become your programming toolbox. Okay, now let's just head to here. If we'll bring expression to make decision. Okay, I'm done this assignment, and then I got 3 questions about this, 3 same question here. Of course, this one, yeah. Okay, I think I'm done for today. Day 16 assignment, which come from free code camp that collab with the Microsoft, the foundation of C#. Pretty good to learn about the C# logic decision, especially in Boolean expression. Like I learned about the conditional operator, which use the question mark and then the colon. It's questioning first the first expression, and then if it's true, then it will go to the second expression. If it's false, then it will go to the third expression, basically like this conditional operator. Yeah, this one will make you understand. Let's say we got variable here and then expression 1. If it's true, then go to the expression 2. If it's false, then it will go to the expression 3. But this one is more for simple things, for simple logic. But if you have a much complex logic, use if, else, if statements, or just loop statements like while, do, even though we haven't learned today, I mean until now. But hopefully it will be learned in the next time. Okay, so tomorrow will be variable scope and logic. Okay, still switch case. Okay, looping will be learned like 3 days more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we will learn about for, do while, and while, and then some graded project, challenge project that probably will be more focused on looping and little Boolean expression, I think. Okay, interesting assignment, and hopefully it will help your process in coding journey. And don't forget to join the 100 days of code challenge in free code camp. Here you can join on the Discord. Okay, until tomorrow, have a nice day. Bye bye.